Hey everybody, Stu Smith here going live. Hope you guys are well today. I am going live here on YouTube as well as using StreamYard to get you guys up on Instagram as well as Facebook pages. So, good morning. Today is our Tuesday show, so that means we're going to be critiquing a lot of CSS videos. I have several today, and when I don't see any questions, I will just pop in some videos and probably just do a long string of video critiques and then take questions again afterwards. But before, just an observation today, something I noticed and have noticed over the years that cold is relative. And what I mean by that is we now work out outside during the winter. Before COVID, we did not. We had an indoor facility that was our winter lift place, is what we did. And we've used it over the years still, even post COVID. In fact, a couple weeks ago when it was 15 degrees and wind chill factor of 6, we went inside just because it was not a useful day to be lifting out with snow and ice everywhere. So, um, but we felt, we went outside a couple of days in the teens, did a couple workouts before it got into the 20s, those days. And now it's 35, and I have to tell you, feels like a heat wave. But if you'd have asked me back in December what 35 felt like, I would have said, yeah, 35 sucks. It's cold. So I will say this, it is amazing how the body acclimates to temperatures. That's why when we have people here from Minnesota visiting, they're like wearing shorts and t-shirts when everybody else is wearing sweatshirts and gloves, just because they've acclimated to it. And we've had people come up from Florida that are like, "Oh my God, this is freezing." So it's amazing what a couple of weeks will do to not only your ability to acclimate to new temperatures, but add a little mental toughness to you too. Because my body is now at a point where today was chilly, but wasn't a bit of discomfort in that chilliness. Like nothing was so cold that it hurt, type of thing. Whereas in December, I probably would have had propane heaters out there just to take the sting off of the 35-degree temperatures. So now above freezing is a heat wave, is what it feels like now. Um, and we're supposed to be in the 50s today, so all the snow around us will probably be melted and get an afternoon cardio session in the 50s, which is going to be like suns out, guns out. So anyway, just an observation I thought I would share, that I do think that there are days when you can go out, feel the burn of the heat or the cold, get a little bit more mentally tough with each step, but the body will also follow the mind and also get a little tougher. Next thing you know, you're not even engaging mental toughness to go out in sub-freezing temperatures anymore. You're used to it, and it is just another thing. And that's kind of a parallel to all of this. The harder you train, the less you have to engage mental toughness. The uh, the heat and the cold that you are training in, you get acclimatized to that, and the less you have to engage mental toughness. Um, so let's show some videos. Let me see if I got any questions here first. No questions on Instagram. Over here on YouTube, looks like we got, is it okay to heel strike when running? Is that what most people do in buds? I don't think so. I have evolved in the way I run probably in the last 25 years. Um, I was never taught like a hard heel strike, but I was taught like roll with the strike. Like your heel may hit first, but by the time you put all your body weight onto your foot, you have a flat foot and you roll forward. So some people hit mid foot strike, some people hit front foot strike, some people hit back foot strike. The thing is like when all of your weight is on your foot, where is it? Is all your weight coming into a hard heel strike? That is what the definition of a heel strike is. You don't want to do that. If the flat part of your heel happens to hit first and you roll across your foot, not really a hard heel strike. My advice is watch some really good runners, like world champion marathoners running their 4 or 5 minute mile paces, because that's the type of running you're going to be trying to do. Not necessarily 4 or 5 minute pace, but 6 minute miles versus a sprinter, where a sprinter's all running on their toes, barely heels, barely even touch the ground. But a marathon paced runner, if you watch it in slow motion, you will see where they hit typically, and how they roll across their foot. And when all their weight is on foot, their foot is firmly planted on the ground, not heel striking, not toe striking, but midfoot strike. So check it out. My advice is look into pose method. I personally like that one, though you may want to find what works best for you. Um, let's see. Did you notice any stigma or negativity towards guys who took 2 tries to complete buds, or on guys who DOR'd their first class and were back in buds with you? Thank you, sir. No, in fact, just the opposite. When we found out, like our class LPO this was his second time doing it. He tried it at 18. He never got the chance again to do it until he was an E6, and he's probably like 26 years old. And let me tell you, he was a wealth of knowledge. And yeah, probably once or twice the instructor gave him crap for failing the first time, but he was such a good leader, and the experience that he had going in, at least getting through Hell Week, was invaluable for our class. And anybody who's been there before are good people to rely on as far as scheduling and all the little manual labor jobs that you have to do outside of buds, be able to organize those. They're very helpful in that. Now, I would say this. The guys that talked about, well, last time I was here, they were annoying. But the guys that actually used their experience, talked about failing and said, you don't want to quit, trust me, type of education, um, were were highly respected in the class. And then, that LPO went on to do it, finished 20 plus years in the teams on top of his, 7 that he was in already. So very solid guy. What's the best way to improve your max volume? For example, I can't go past 4 mile long slow distance before my knees lock, and no more than a 7 mile a week before it does the same thing. My advice is get more cardio than that. That's not enough cardio, but it doesn't have to be running. It can be biking. It can be more swimming. That's how I would do it. In fact, I would do something in your case called bricks. And if you understand triathlon language, bricks stand for bike runs, ick at the end because they suck. So do some brick workouts. Google the term brick workouts, triathlon. I've written a couple articles about bricks as well. I would say they were really helpful in me when I was rehabbing an injury where I would do 20, 30-minute hard bike workout followed by a run workout. So, I would get, that hour's worth of cardio and leg work, but only half the impact forces. That is where I would be right now with my progressions if your situation's the problem. I would also add more squats and lunges, calisthenics only, squats and lunges to your workouts just to strengthen up the knees a little bit, but also build some muscle stamina, which is what you need when you're running. Lungs and legs need to be worked for sure. No more questions over here. No questions over here. All right, so let's do this. Let's show some videos. I got some already pulled up. Let's see how this looks. Make sure you guys can see it. Volume's down. All right, so this is a guy swimming probably in his backyard, I guess. So it's a very short video I have to redo. All right, so that kick off the wall, not bad. Very long, though. See how you just stop? And then notice how your arms are top arm, bottom arm, kick and glide. Looks like you're swimming in slow motion, right? You need to pull harder. If you want to go faster, you need to pull harder than this. I mean, this looks like looks like a sloth trying to swim. All right, pull that arm hard. Grab more water. You got a pretty good pull, but you need to pull harder. If you want to go faster, you need to pull harder, click harder, and glide tighter. All these little flutter kicks, they're not helping you. Let's see what your kick looks like. Dude, yeah, it's not bad. The kick's okay. I think your pull just is really not doing anything. I mean, if you want to go slow, this is how you go slow. Pull slow. You go faster, pull harder, go faster. I mean, as far as the stroke, though, let's look at it. Pull, breathe, kick and glide. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, pull. Not bad. I think you're over gliding. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. Yeah, I shouldn't be able to say 4 Mississippi. So not only are you going slow, but you're over gliding and stopping every stroke too. So that is an example of not going fast because you're like, it's put it this way. It's the difference between it's a difference between walking in the park and doing a timed run. All right, your level of intensity in this swim is like a walk in the park. It should be like a timed run. Like you found your goal pace and now you're going to stick to it and pass a 500-yard swim quickly. So, yeah, that's really slow. Here's another one that was just submitted today that I did not let me turn the volume down. I did not critique it, I don't think. All right, so let me share my screen. One more. All right, here we go. You guys see this? All right, let me start this off. Kick off the wall. Decent. Double arm pull. Not bad. Your head's sticking up way too much. So looks like you're going to come up and do the breaststroke here. It doesn't look like you're coming up and doing a side stroke. So a little too deep on that. Come up. Now you got to come up to breathe. Yeah, you don't want to do the breaststroke pull. In fact, you are a great candidate for taking this pull out altogether. You should just be starting your stroke right about here instead of coming up like this, because look at all the momentum you lost. Like right there, you're doing 0 miles per hour. Like you're going fast there. That's as fast as you'll be in this stroke. Now you're going 0. Now you got to recreate all that momentum. Top arm, bottom arm, kick. Your buddy needs to walk a little closer to you. Like what's he doing? I can't see you. If you can't see yourself swim, neither can I. Now your buddy says, "Oh, I need to get closer." So slap your buddy. and tell them to walk alongside with you. Otherwise, I can't critique you. Turn around. All right, so you got the clue on that one. See how you're just plowing the surface on that? That's another reason why you want to take this out. Because when you do this, look what happened. You just stopped right in the middle of the pool. Now I got to recreate all that momentum. So there's a lot you need to take away. On that one, I would say take away the breaststroke pullout. You're not going to lose that momentum initially. Then, as far as the stroke is concerned, top arm, bottom arm, kick, not bad. You need to hold the glide. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Pull. Yeah, you need to hold the glide a little longer. But once again, it's hard to see. Let me go back to where you actually do a stroke. Top arm, bottom arm, kick. Not bad. Yeah, you need to hold the glide longer. Kick harder, pull harder. Don't plow the surface. So there you go. All right, so let's take another question before I go into another video there. Is the CSS as fast as breaststroke, less fatiguing? Gary, good question. Here's the only time I have seen the breaststroke faster than the CSS is if you swam breaststroke competitively. For a non-swimming athlete to swim breaststroke well, it is much harder than doing the CSS well. So kind of two answers in one question there. It is absolutely less fatiguing, if you ask me. Let's see. Hey, I was looking for an explanation examples to technique of breaststroke sculls to help my second arm pull. Have you seen that article that I wrote about both arm pulls? There's a CSS help series, and in that it says fix your arm pulls. And if you look in here, you can see what some of these look like. Breaststroke skull video. There's a breaststroke skull video. Oh man, it just says it's unavailable. So my advice is look up the term breaststroke skull, and that's what it should look like. In fact, let me show you. Breaststroke skull practice. And that's spelt, that is spelt, sorry, hang on, let me turn off this volume here. That is spelled with Scull. In fact, I'm going to play this once this ad goes away. And I want to show you what the front skull looks like underwater. Now, these are just, let me see here. Yeah, he's not really showing it. He's showing more of a drill for it. Front skull pull. That's a better one for you. And it doesn't have to be a whole lot. In fact, you'll be surprised. It is literally just doing this. All right, so you guys can see this. You're going to pull down and scoop it right up under that way. So here's a video I want you to watch. I'll put it in the comment section over here on YouTube since it's a YouTube video. Check out that video on the front skull and pull, and you'll be surprised. It is literally just a movement of the wrist and elbow versus a full pull all the way down to your shorts. So check that out. So instead of me explaining it, you can just read that there. So, all right, let me see what else we got here. All right, let's show some more videos. All right, so these are some of our local videos. Let's see what you guys think of this one. Some of these are really good, so I wanted to show you what really good looks like. All right, so kick off the wall. Here's a breaststroke pullout, and he doesn't lose momentum. You see that? Kicks off the wall, little dolphin kick right before, transitions into the stroke, no loss of momentum. That's a good breaststroke pullout. If you're that good at it, then I would do that. All right, so this is smooth. As you can see, top arm, bottom arm, kick, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, pull, boom, turns around, goes fast. No wasting time there. Top arm, bottom arm, kick. Nice. Top arm, bottom arm, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, pull. Yeah, see? I got nothing to fix on this. Boom. Nice. Top arm, bottom arm, kick. Notice that bottom arm. All right, so somebody was asking about the breaststroke skull. Let's look at this bottom arm, see if you can see a little better. See how he doesn't even bring it down all the way to his shorts? He shorts it right up under his chest. So he brings it like all the way here and just scoops up under that way. You might be able to see a little better on this side. There you go. Boom. Like where a lot of people screw it up is they take it all the way down to their shorts like it's a freestyle catch. And then they got to recover all of that, which is just awkward. So that's a good breaststroke skull. Scull. All right. So let me get out of this. I'm going to show you guys another one. All right. So here's a little drill that I showed the other day. Posted this up on Instagram and TikTok, but I want you guys to check this out. This is just a great idea to just practice buddy breathing, buddy breathing with a snorkel if you don't have a partner. So I got these 3 guys doing it. This is this guy's first time today doing this. So I wanted him to experience it gently by himself. And then I teamed him up with these 2 guys. And these 2 guys, all 3 of these guys want to go Air Force Special Warfare. So one of their tests is treading, holding on to your buddy with one hand and holding on to the snorkel with the other hand. And you just transfer each time. You got to notice how they're clearing the snorkel and then taking a breath. Clearing the snorkel, taking a breath. It's a great drill. Great drill. Now, obviously, this is the gentle approach. So crawl, walk, run, so to speak. So then we'll put them 2 by 2, and they team up with one snorkel, buddy breathe back and forth. And then I'll use this 3rd guy as the guy who's harassing them, splashing water on them in the snorkel, swimming over them, dunking them, just to make it a little more challenging. So that's our crawl, walk, run method of teaching buddy breathing. If you're going Air Force Special Warfare, you're going to want to practice that because it is that important. All right, so let me see. I got another one here I'm going to show you guys. Let me share this screen again. All right, what we got here? So we got local guy doing the kick off the wall. Too many dolphin kicks. Here, make it a little bigger. Top arm, bottom arm, kick. A little bit of flutter kick there. We could probably, yeah, it's not bad. He's not wasting any energy with that. He's just, his legs are moving because his arms are moving. Very common thing, especially if you grew up doing freestyle. Your legs tend to move independently of your arms, or dependent of your arms. If your arms are moving, your legs tend to move. So top arm, bottom arm, kick. This is good. Top, bottom, kick. Not bad. It's like a 49-second 50, so I'll take it. You know, faster than a yard per second. I do say this, though. If you notice, the glide positions could be a little tighter. He's a little muscled up dude. Here, let's go back here. And you can see the glides could be a little tighter. Like, I like, if you notice here, like, I like to have these biceps squeezing the head and the head not looking forward, just looking down. Doesn't need to be head up with your arms, 2-3 inches away from your ears. Squeeze those ears with those biceps just to get a really good streamline. All right, let's see how many of these I got left. Looks like I have, oh damn, I got 1, 2, 3. I got like 4 left. Okay, let's see if we got any questions. I'll check over here on Instagram. Do you know anyone in the Palm Beach, Florida area who trains people like you do? I'm sorry, I do not. Though I will say this, there is a group called let me see. On Instagram, if you search South Florida, I think it's South Florida Tactical Athletes. Yeah, SFTA, South Florida Tactical Athletes. I'm not sure where they are. I know Florida's big. I grew up in Florida. So South Florida Tactical Athletes, I don't see their website working anymore. But go to their Instagram. It is SFTA Athletes. TA Athletes. Here, I'll copy it and put it in the comments for you. So check this out, Sean. This is a group that may or may not still be working out. I'm not sure. But anyway, check out that, see if that works for you. I just put it in the comment section over there at Instagram. Yeah, it looks like just Scuba just answered that question. Yep, South Florida Tactical Athletes. Check that out. Let's see. Any recommendation for night shift workers? I'm thinking of running and lifting before work. That way I'm able to go to sleep earlier. That's the way I always did night shift work. Was you work out before, even if it's like 8 o'clock at night, you get a good workout in. And then here's what I would do. I'd get a good workout in before work, like an hour before work or so. And then that kind of jazzes you up for several hours. You don't necessarily feel tired, all night till later on. And then, avoid the caffeine, because one thing I always like to do is just grab something to eat real quick as soon as the shift was over, and then black out my room and go to sleep. So everything was blacked out, whether I had a mask on or I had window shades that blacked out everything, and just went to sleep. Had earplugs in case the day is noisy with the other people in the house. Helps a lot. Highly recommend all of that to just make a room more suitable for sleeping during the day. And then you wake up, do your errands, do your stuff, and repeat. So that's how I always did it. It worked real well for me. So how's it going, Stu? Nice and warm today in Suwannee County. That's good. Did you guys get snow down there? I thought I saw some people snowing definitely saw it in North Florida, but I'm not sure how much Suwannee County got. For those people who don't know, Suwannee County is where I grew up, went to high school. So anybody from there, I'd always say hey to. Where do you train people, Stu? Where are you located? I am located in Maryland, right outside of Annapolis. So there's all kinds of location tags on all my Instagram posts that'll show you exactly where we train. Let's see here. Other question. I'm going to show some more videos. Which mobility exercises do you like to improve streamline? I find it difficult to squeeze the ears from a mobility perspective. You need to do some shoulder mobility exercises. What I do is I sit on my heels, right? Or I do a frog pose, a vertical frog pose, work my ankles a little bit too, hips and knees. And then I can't do it because of these things on, but I put my bicep on my ears and just, right, straighten out those arms, right? One hand on top of the other, straighten out those arms like that over your head. That'll do it for you, right? You got to practice that. Got to get good at it. Got to make sure you get a little more mobile in the shoulders. So chest and shoulders need to be stretched. So typical chest stretches, shoulder stretches, tricep extensions can help you stretch those out. Just get you in a better streamlined body position. Because here's what happens. If you have tight shoulders, your glides look like this versus like this. Does that make sense? When you're gliding like this, guess what's happening? You're going to be curving if you're on your side, or you're going to be diving deep every time you glide. All right. Let's see. I consider it Florida snow, but we got maybe an inch or so icy snow. Good hearing from you. Oh, thank you, man. Um, yeah, I mean, I think I remember it snowing once in all my years in Suwannee County. Then it melted, a few hours later. All right, let me show some videos again. I'm going to pull up some more from my messages. I don't think I've done this one yet. All right, so share screen. Boom. All right, here we go. Make it a little bigger for you guys. I don't think I have a long one on this one. Let's see what we got here. Top arm, bottom arm, kick. Hold that glide. Looks like you're holding the glide too long. Top, bottom, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. Yeah. You should be pulling on 3. And notice this top arm. Watch what happens with this top arm. And this is something that you got to really learn to fix, because the angle that you are recovering this top arm, notice which way you are splashing water. Anytime you're splashing water forward like this, like that right there, guess what that does to your forward momentum? It's like putting on the brakes on your swimming. So you are stopping yourself. Even though you're pulling and going forward, you're stopping yourself going forward. So you got to be a little more streamlined, get those forearms from being out here tighter like this when you hit that streamline recovery. So top arm, bottom arm, remember it comes up under like this. That bottom arm's a full stroke. They meet about at your chest, and then they come in tight like that to really get a good streamline recovery. If you're not streamline recovering, you're probably putting on the brakes. So overgliding and putting on the brakes makes this a very slow swim. And we can fix it real quick by counting to 3 instead of 4 on your pull, and then fixing that recovery. So get that elbow in tighter to your body versus out here like this, pushing water forward. All right, what else we got? I got a couple more here I want to show you. I think maybe this is the same guy that fixed it after me yelling at him. Let's see if this worked better. Still overgliding, top. Yep. So this wasn't a fixed video. This was another video of him screwing it up, I think. Yeah. See, top arm, bottom arm, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Yeah. So yeah. Same video. I must have videoed him twice and put it up there. Sorry about that. Let's see. All right, here's a different video. Turn this down. Okay. Well, let's see what this looks like. I'll make it a little bigger for you guys. You guys can see this. All right. Kicks off the wall. Got some loose shorts. Need to get some jammers on. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Not bad. All those little flutter kicks don't need to happen. Right? Now, if you had a pair of fins on, that's fine. Without fins, you just want to kick once per stroke. Yeah, all those kicks just going to make you tired. Yeah, that's a lot of kicks. If I were to count those kicks in a 500-yard swim, it'd probably be over 300 flutter kicks. I mean, you're getting a couple of kicks per yard here with that top arm, bottom arm. 1 kick, hold that glide. Yeah, don't do the flutter kicks. That's the biggest thing I have for you right now is take out those flutter kicks and let's see if your kick is actually working. Not bad overall, though. I'll give that to you. All right, let's see. I think I have one more video and then I'm done. See what we got here. Nope, that's it. I've already shown this one, so I have 0 videos, I think. Yep, 0 videos. Sorry, my bad. Just showed that one. So let's see. Hi, sir. As your recommendation, how much weight should we squat and how many reps should we add? Like, is it bad if we do heavy weightlifting and squats and deadlifts? No, it's not bad if you need to get strong. But if you're trying to get faster at the same time, probably going to do neither, get stronger or faster. So my advice is focus. You can still maintain some cardio while you are lifting, but it's very hard, if impossible, to get good at both at the same time. That means get stronger, get bigger, and get faster. So pick your poison, which one you want to do, and start a cycle like that. Like that's what we do with the seasonal tactical fitness programs. This is a version where you can actually increase your strength and still improve your numbers for the PST. And the way we do that is we do a form of block periodization. Our seasonal tactical fitness programs and this one and spring training workout that we have are all block periodization models where our primary focus is strength, where we will do deadlifts that are moderately heavy. And that is once again going to be relative to you and your performance um, and your strength history. Some people can, you know, put on their body weight and a half and crank it out for 10 reps. Not everybody can do that. If you can't do that, find a weight that you can do for 10 reps, not 20 reps and stop at 10. I mean, 10 can't do 12. Does that make sense? So you're going to have to play around with the weights that fit your abilities now. And to get stronger, you're going to want those weights to be somewhere between 5 and 10 reps. 5 if you want to get stronger, 10 if you want to get bigger, or 12 even. So pick what you want to do primarily. Do you want to get stronger or do you want to crush a PST? Those are legitimate debates to have. Some people need to get stronger before they really focus on their PST. But let's say you've been focusing on your PST, calisthenics and cardio for the last 6 months. You need to take a little break, do a little lift cycle, work on your strength, but maintain your calisthenics and cardio by doing it this way. 3 weeks of lifting, that's your primary is 3, and your secondary is 1. So every 4th week, you're doing a calisthenics and cardio week. And that's what we're doing right now. We've been 3 weeks into the lift cycle. This is our 4th week. You're going to see more calisthenics and cardio in what we're doing right now. So every 4th week, you do a cals and cardio, kind of help you deload from the lift cycle, but maintain some of those gains that you had from the previous cals and cardio cycle. That has been working really well for the last 5 years we've been doing it. We used to not do it that way. We would just kind of take a deload week and do that whenever it looked like the group was starting to burn out a little bit. And when you're lifting hard and lifting heavy, you'll see it. You'll see a week where you need to kind of deload, and you can do a deload one of two ways. You can do it multiple ways, actually. You can just not lift at all and do cardio. You can do some calisthenics and cardio and avoid all lifts. You can still lift and just do less weight, less intensity. Maybe shorten your workouts in half. You're doing an actual deload of that lift. And then we do the same thing in the summer, in the middle of the summer when we're peaking on our running and our calisthenics reps. Well, every 4th week, we'll do a lift week. Take away from those reps, take away from the mileage, and just maintain a little bit of what we gained from the previous lift cycle. That system works well. It's a system. Do you have patience to go through a couple of cycles like that? If you do, you might see results that you're looking for to get good at all of the elements of fitness versus just having a strong PST score and sucking on long distance runs and lifts. and load bearing. Question about your time in SDV. Are all dives on SDV rebreather, or do some guys use Scuba? Plus, do we ever use dry suits or longer, colder divers? Yes to all. In fact, there is you would. I tell you what, these dive tables are really tough because you would start off on open circuit when you're launching from the sub, right? So you're just breathing regular scuba air. In fact, the submarine has its own scuba tank, so your regulator comes from the sub. You don't have to wear a scuba tank on your back. But you had a rebreather, either Mark 16 on your back or a Dregger on your front. Either one, depending on what you were doing. So what you would do is you'd be on open circuit for a significant part of the journey. Let's say you had to drive 10 miles, right? 10 miles in on a sub, and now you're in the port, so you don't want to make a lot of bubbles, so you go on the rebreather. That's when you go on rebreather, and then you go back to the sub. So, and you can go back on open circuit when you're doing that. But yeah, most people wore, depending on the dive, dry suits or wetsuits. You had your choice. Can I do my body weight squats for 20 reps and my 1.5 deadlift of my body weight for 10 reps? Oh, you can. Okay, good. That's good. Do I have to decrease the squat reps and focus more on calisthenics? It depends on your goals. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to get stronger? Are you trying to get bigger? Are you trying to also do well with running? You know, it it depends. So yeah, you can go a little heavier if you want to get stronger and go to 5 reps. Add more weight to your deadlifts, do 5 reps. Add more weight to your squats, do 5 reps. That'll get you strong, I promise you. 5 sets, 5, classic strength exercise routine. Okay, what do you think of strong PST score would be if I'm attempting to go to SOAS? Just whatever they tell you. I mean, typically the guys that are very competitive going to SOAS are 8-minute swim, 8-minute run, 80 to 90 to 100 push-ups and sit-ups and 20 plus pull-ups. Those are really good scores. And when I say competitive, I mean top 10%. Now, bottom 90% can have a little more reasonable scores. When I say reasonable, a little more human scores of, let's say, a 9-minute run, 9-minute swim, be just under, 80 to 100 push-ups. Still want 15 to 20 pull-ups. No less than 15. Longest ruck you did in buds. What pace did you maintain? I think we did like a 20 miler at the island. But I'll be honest with you, I have no idea. I have no idea how many miles it was. Somebody said it might be close to a marathon. Somebody said that, yeah, I have no idea how long it took us. 5 hours, maybe? I don't even remember. It was overnight, so everything's a blur when you start at midnight and watch the sun come up when you're finishing. Let's see. But you just get it done. By the time you're third phase, you just do it. You know, I will tell you this: I didn't do any rucking prior to buds. And didn't have a problem rucking. We didn't ruck much until third phase, though. All right, folks. Looks like that is it for my CSS critiques and video. So I don't want to take up all your time. I appreciate it. Somebody asked what was the most fun. I enjoyed diving the most, to be honest with you. Though I like the land warfare and the shooting and all that stuff too, but I think I had more fun diving than I did land warfare. I've been scuba diving since I was 12 years old. Loved it ever since. Used to dive the clear freshwater springs of North Florida. And so I don't know. I think I just like diving better. Still do. I'd put it this way: I'd rather scuba dive than jump out of an airplane for a hobby. All right, guys, I got to go. I'll be back next week. I appreciate your time. If you guys haven't been over to stewsmithfitness.com, tons of articles over there. You can do a little search feature and type in your question, probably written about it. You can do that to Google as well. Find them up on either my site or military.com site. Literally over a couple thousand articles out there on various topics. You can also use the Live15 coupon code. Um, Save 15%. And if I missed your question, I apologize. If something pops up during the rest of this week and you got a question, you want to send me a video of you swimming, you can send it to stu@stewsmith.com and I will answer it for you. All right, guys, got to run. You guys have a good one. I'll see you next week.